Hello students, I am Dr. Meenakshi Maur, Assistant Professor, Zoology, Shri Savlaji Government College, Mandvia, Chittorgarh. Today my topic is radioactive pollution. There are certain elements on the earth like thorium, radium, they spontaneously emit alpha particles, beta particles and the gamma rays. These elements uh, emits these particles, that is alpha, beta, and gamma rays, by the disintegration of their atomic nuclei. These elements, which emit such particles by disintegration of atomic nuclei, are called radioactive elements because they produce radioactivity. These radioactive elements are responsible for radioactive pollution. So, radioactive pollution can be defined as an emission of high energy particles or radioactive substance or radioactive element into air, water, or land due to human activities in the form of radioactive waste. Radioactive pollutants are not like other pollutants, which are sooner or later converted into harmless materials and degraded into simpler constituents to be recycled into the ecosystem and can be used again. It is not the element itself, but the instability of the nuclei, which is responsible for damage caused by these pollutants. As long as radiation continue, these wastes become dangerous for living beings, living things. So, what are the sources of radioactive substance? There are many sources of radioactive material or radioactive waste. Radioactive waste are generally the products of nuclear process such as nuclear fission, which are extensively used in a nuclear reactors, nuclear weapons, and nuclear fuel cycles. Radioactive particles produced by atomic explosions are thrown high into the air, which is in the form of gases and fine particles. These particles are carried to distant places by wind and fall on the ground along with the rainwater. And this is called nuclear fallout. This nuclear fallout contains radioactive substances like iodine 131, strontium 90, cesium 137, and this may cause ill effects to human beings. Then natural sources like cosmic rays, which are radiation from the earth, from uranium 235 or uranium 238, thorium 232, and carbon 14. So these are some of the natural sources of radioactive material. uh, in experimental laboratories, there are also some radioactive material or element or isotopes like carbon 14, iodine 125, phosphorus 32, and their compounds. Actually, they are used in scientific researches. And this type of activity is also one of the cause of radioactive pollution because mm, the waste matter uh, released by these research centers may contain radioactive elements and they later reach the human being through water or food chains. And there are also some radioactive isotopes which are used in medicines, uh, either for the treatment or diagnosis. Radioactive chemical traces emit gamma rays, which provide diagnostic information about person's internal anatomy and the functioning of specific organs. So, workers using these radioactive isotopes are under accidental exposure to these type of radioactive contaminants. Now, types of harmful radiation. So, they can be categorized as a non ionizing radiation and ionizing radiation. which is actually this categories are based on the basis of the action on the cells. So first is non-ionizing radiations. Non-ionizing radiations include ultraviolet rays. They are of about 100 to 300 nanometer. These non-ionizing radiations have a low penetration power, and this radiation can cause harm to DNA, RNA, and protein. These radiations cause destruction of hydrogen bond in DNA, RNA, so DNA in DNA. The radiations may destroy the cells in a human body, and it may also cause cancer in human beings. Now, second is ionizing radiations. It includes X rays, alpha particles, and the beta particles. These rays have a high penetration power and low wavelength. They damage the living cell by ionization, and they may cause mutations, tumor, cancer, and development changes in a human being. Now, effects of radioactive pollution. So, non ionizing radiations like ultraviolet rays may cause skin cancer, sunburn, snow blindness. They may inactivate organic biomolecules and may form thymine dimer in DNA. And increase in UV rays in Earth atmosphere is also responsible for thinning of ozonosphere by chlorine atoms which are formed by the disintegration of chlorofluorocarbons. Then a long exposure to ionizing radiations can cause tumor, cancer, mutation, any genetic defects for the generations to come, and it even may cause death. Iodine 131. It may cause damage to WBC, bone marrow, and spleen. So it can cause skin cancer. It may also cause sterility. It may also cause thyroid gland cancer because cancer of thyroid gland is caused due to radioactive iodine. Then people working in mines can be suffered from skin cancer because of the radioactive isotopes like uranium 235, strontium 90 may lead to bone cancer and degeneration of tissues. Cesium 137, it may cause nervous, muscular, and genetic changes. Nuclear explosion, it may cause depletion of ozonosphere. So these are some effects of radioactive pollution, which is not only harmful for living beings, animals, plants, but also for harmful for Earth's atmosphere. Now, how can we control radioactive pollution? So, in order to control radioactive pollution, uh, there are some points which can be followed. So, first is radioactive isotopes like strontium 90 and the cesium 137 can be used in other industries like food irradiation, and and the transmutation of radioactive waste is most in environmentally friendly radioactive waste management technique. Transmutation of radioactive waste is the process of turning it into less harmful waste. Then radioactive materials can be buried. It is also one of the effective technique for radioactive waste management. But even the safest burial places for radioactive waste represent the best human efforts, and it may also show sign of leakage. Then Safety measures should be taken against accidents in nuclear power plants. And there are also some international efforts to completely ban the use of nuclear weapon, which will prevent radioactive pollution. Then people working in uranium mines, uh, they should wear protective clothing in order to avoid radiation exposure to the nuclear reactor. So these are some methods by which the measures by which radioactive pollution can be controlled. So in today's lecture, I explained what are radioactive elements. Radioactive elements are those elements which emit alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays by disintegration of their atomic nuclei. Then I explained what is radioactive pollution. It can be defined as the emission of high energy particle or radioactive substance or radioactive element into air, water, and land due to human activities in the form of radioactive waste. Then sources of radioactive substances. So nuclear reactors, atomic explosion, natural sources like cosmic rays in experimental laboratories, radioactive isotopes using in medicine. They all are responsible for release of radioactive substances into the environment. Then there are two types of harmful radiations: non-ionizing radiation and the ionizing radiation. Effects of radioactive pollution: it may cause skin cancer, sunburn, it may inactivate organic biomolecules, it is also responsible for thinning of ozonosphere, it may also cause damage to WBC, bone marrow, and spleen, and it may also cause nervous, muscular, genetic changes, and nuclear explosion is also causing depletion of ozonosphere. So these are some effects of radioactive pollution. Then these are some controls of radioactive pollution. So by burying radioactive material, by completely banning, by taking international efforts to completely ban the use of nuclear weapon, and by transmutation of radioactive waste, and by taking care by wearing protective clothing while working in uranium mines, radioactive pollution's effect can be minimized, or we can control radioactive pollution. So radioactive pollution has become uh, of- one of the problem, international problem. So it is mandatory now for everyone to realize that how a radioactive substance can affect human being, plants, animals, and even atmosphere. So it is a it should be efforts of everyone to minimize radioactive pollution. Thank you.